Welcome back to the channel. You already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what to do. Smash that like button and share the video so we can talk some hoops. And apparently, according to Sham Charania, who was on the Pat McAfee show earlier today, he says the Lakers have an interest in drafting Bronny James. Smash that like button and share the video. And man, oh man, I talked about this a few times before. Bronny James should not want to be a Los Angeles Laker. Smash that like button and share the video. Now, we heard a few weeks ago, and I reported on it, when Adrian Wojnarowski came out and said that LeBron James having that dream come true of playing with his son was no longer a priority. Adrian Wojnarowski at ESPN said he spoke with Rich Paul, who of course is the agent for both LeBron James and now Bronny James, said Rich Paul's priority was to get Bronny James in the right situation for Bronny James. Smash that like button and share the video. Golden State, what up, my guy? Happy Friday. And when Adrian Wojnarowski reported on that and said he spoke with Rich Paul, it clicked in my mind like that's the best outcome for Bronny James. Because through all of this, even though for a long time we all know LeBron James' dream was to play with his son Bronny James, and then that Nike commercial came out before the season started, and everybody assumed LeBron James, based off what he said in that commercial, was going to want to play with Bronny James and Bryce James. And we all know Bronny James had a rough hiccup to start his post-high school basketball career. He went through that serious heart scare, missed about 5 months, then joined the USC Trojans late. And when he did play, it was hard for him to get his feet wet, pause, no diddy. And he only averaged about 4.8 points a game, close to 3 rebounds, 2 assists on 36% shooting. Now, Bronny James, through all of this, nobody asked, what does Bronny James want? We know it's LeBron James's dream to play with his son, but nobody's ever asked Bronny James what his dream was. Smash that like button and share the video. Edward, what up, my guy? We'll get to that in just a moment. Terry, what's up, Miss Terry? Hope you're having a great Friday. I appreciate you tuning in. Now, through all of this, like I said, nobody's been asking, what does Bronny James want? Does Bronny James want to be a Laker and stay in LA? Does Bronny James want to go back to school? Does Bronny James want to find the right situation for him? Has Bronny James ever dreamed of being on the same team as his father, LeBron James? Nobody has asked what this kid wants through all of this noise surrounding him and his father possibly playing on the same team. And honestly, I think the worst thing that can happen to Bronny James is being selected by the Los Angeles Lakers in this year's draft, which is a little less than a month and a half away. Smash that like button and share the video. Now, here's why I say that. The bullseye, the target, the pressure of being LeBron James' son. We know LeBron James has a lot of critics, a lot of haters. Why would you, Bronny James, want to tie yourself to a LeBron James-led Laker team under the bright lights of the Crypto.com arena? The entire season will be a spectacle. Could you imagine the Lakers drafting Bronny James? The media spectacle that would be, day in, day out. Although on the positive side, he would get to work alongside his father every day, work on being a professional, work on his NBA game, work on his body, use the same trainer as his father. Although all that is positive, do you know the spectacle that that would cause? The media would be like vultures all over this. And I get that, AP. I get that it would be box office, but you got to look at the downside of it. The predatory media coverage of a LeBron James, Bronny James parent on the same team. They won't let that kid breathe. They won't let him be him. Every game, every minute, every possession would be scrutinized. The comparisons, all of that could reach toxic levels for Bronny James in this situation. And that's part of why I don't think the Lakers should draft Bronny James. Now, if you look at the Lakers draft pick this season in this year's draft, they have the 17th pick and the 55th pick. And I remember in that Adrian Wojnarowski report just over about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, he was told by the time the Lakers go to make a pick at number 55 in the second round, Bronny James should already be off the draft board. So what do the Lakers do? Will they trade up in the second round to try to select Bronny James? If Bronny James is close to that 55th, 54th, 56th pick, would the Lakers take him? Do the Lakers feel like they have to select Bronny James in order to keep LeBron James? Because you know, free agency comes after the draft. You guys know I have that LeBron James summer timeline locked and loaded. Let's take a look at it one more time. June 26th and June 27th is the NBA draft. June 29th is the last day that LeBron James can opt out with the player option that he has. And free agency begins on the 30th, and also July 6th, an important date, being that that's the day LeBron James and the rest of the Team USA squad for this year's Olympics will meet to start training camp. Smash that like button and share the video. Salute to my guy, my little bro, Rose City, USA in the building. My guy, Ty Austin. Wa alaikum assalam. Bronny James. I think the best route for Bronny James is to be drafted by a team other than the Los Angeles Lakers. His priority on the draft process should be focused on player development. Which team can I go to that has a track record of developing guys that they've selected late in the first round, selected in the second round? What kind of basketball development staff do they have? Because whether you like it or not, Bronny James, if selected in the 2024 NBA draft, is going to spend a lot of time in the G League working on his game. Not just working on his game, getting some reps. Getting some reps. And that's most important for this kid who missed a lot of time this past season at USC. That's very important to this kid who missed a lot of time with a serious heart scare. And if I'm Rich Paul, I'm looking out for the best interest of Bronny James. And if I'm LeBron James, I'm going to put my dad hat on. I'm going to put my dad hat on, and I'm going to realize that my son being on the same team with me, a team where personally, I still view the Los Angeles Lakers as they think they have championship aspirations. So if the Los Angeles Lakers still have championship aspirations with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, their main goal ain't going to be developing a Bronny James. And LeBron James has to be wise enough and put on his dad cap to realize that. Hey, I still think that we can make a run to the finals. I still got Anthony Davis. Let's see what Rob Pelinka does with this roster. We're chasing a championship. Let the kid go somewhere where he could develop. Let the kid go somewhere where he doesn't have the pressure, the scrutiny, the shadow that is the legacy of LeBron James. Let the kid get out of LA, away from the family, used to real NBA life. Because after LeBron James is long gone and retired, Bronny James is still going to have to navigate his way through the NBA as a man, away from home, away from mom and dad, away from little bro. I mean, let's be clear here. Salute to my guy, Reggie Reg, in the building with the $5 super chat. He says, this is sad. Lakers have so many needs than to be experimenting with LeBron James bucket list items. LeBron needs to retire. This is turning into a circus. I appreciate you, Reggie Reg, for the $5 super chat. And honestly, I believe it will be a negative, toxic media circus if Bronny James is selected by the Lakers. And I know that would be a great thing for LeBron James. But you got to look at it from Bronny James's perspective. You got to look at it with the lens of what's best for Bronny James. It's a young man who's never had to live away from home. Grew up in Ohio with his family, moved to LA with his family. Freshman year of college, stayed in the city and went to USC. Even though he was on the college campus, mom and dad is still down the street. I think the best thing for Bronny James is to get away from all that. Look to be drafted by a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. Look to be drafted by a team like the Toronto Raptors, like the Miami Heat. Somewhere with great player development, great G League systems, a great track record of producing guys that were drafted in the second round, late first round, and turning them into rotation players, role players, high-level starters. And I honestly think that's the best option. Get out the shadow of your dad. Because as much as these critics and these other people, these haters, as some would call, like to call this the media, the media will be doing anything in their power to tear you down. This is a predatory media era that we're living in. A very predatory media era that we live in. And there's a lot of people in the media that are praying that Bronny James fails so they can use the failures or potential failures of Bronny James to use and cast stones at the legacy of his father. There are many, many people out here, not just in the media, waiting, hoping, praying that Bronny James fails in the NBA. So they could use that to throw stones at the legacy of LeBron James. Whether you like LeBron James, whether you don't like LeBron James, those are facts. I don't want to hear anything about the media. Because as you saw today, the media didn't keep the same energy with Kevin Durant and the Frank Vogel situation as they kept with LeBron James and the Darvin Ham situation. And I'm going to talk about that in my next stream. Smash that like button and share the video. Salute to my brother from another mother, So Crazy TV. Go subscribe to So Crazy TV. Not now, but right now. And it's just the truth of the matter, y'all. I don't think the Lakers should try to trade up to get Bronny James with their second round pick. He's nowhere near a 17th overall pick in the first round. That's just my humble opinion. And it may not to us, right, AP? It may not to us. It may not to any smart thinking human being. But for the predatory media era that we live in, I'm just telling you what they're going to do. Right or wrong, I'm telling you what they're going to do, bro. I'm telling you what they're going to do. And that's why they're preying on the downfall of one Bronny James. And that's another reason why I don't think the Lakers should draft Bronny James. You know the rules are always different when it comes to LeBron James. People look for any little thing to hold against him and throw stones at his legacy. You got these doofuses, they'll be running around here saying, oh, LeBron James is not the GOAT because his son couldn't even live up to expectations. These dudes will say anything without hearing themselves and hearing how retarded they sound. For real. Life with Shay Maya, I see you in the building. Salute. For real. We've never heard this much talk around a superstar's son potentially entering the NBA. Some weren't good enough. And that's not a knock on them. I'm just keeping it 1,000 out. Marcus Jordan had an all right game at UCF. His brother had an all right game at the University of Illinois, I believe it was. But with the predatory media era that we live in, I think it would be a toxic environment for Bronny James if he were to be selected by the Los Angeles Lakers. Smash that like button and share the video. And if you're Rich Paul, if you're LeBron James, I think that's something you tell the Los Angeles Lakers ahead of time. Like, look, I don't want any pressure on the kid. I don't want an extra media spectacle. Even though this is my dream, I don't want it this way, and it may not be my son's dream. And maybe, who knows? Maybe LeBron James really feels like that. Maybe he feels like that's not his dream anymore because it's up to his son, and his son may not share the dream as his father. Because think about it, right? What are the Lakers' plans when LeBron James retires? Are they planning to retool around whatever roster they have left? Are they planning to blow it up and start all over? What happens if they use Bronny James to sell tickets and just use him as a spectacle and Bronny James doesn't develop his game because he's too busy sitting at the end of the bench during NBA games that he's not even going to sniff playing minutes in? That ain't the move. That ain't the move. And if I'm the Los Angeles Lakers, yeah, I'm about business too. Yeah, I'm in the business to make money too. And having LeBron James and Bronny James on the same team is guaranteed to grease your pockets with more dollars. I don't think it's the right move for neither party. Not Bronny James, not LeBron James, not the Los Angeles Lakers. Go to a better situation. Get drafted by the Magic. Get drafted by the Thunder. Get drafted by the Raptors. Get drafted by the Spurs. Organizations that are known for developing players. Now, I do think Bronny James should go to the NBA draft, be selected. I feel like playing in the NBA, playing in the G League is much more productive for him than being in college. You want to be a professional ultimately, right? The sooner the better. Make basketball your number one priority 100% of the time. You don't got to worry about being on campus. You ain't got to worry about reporting to class. You ain't got to worry about doing homework. That takes away from the time where you could be developing your game, honing your craft, working on your skills. I mean, if he isn't NBA ready, what better way to be NBA ready than going into the draft and playing in the G League, being on a two-way contract? Go to the G League Work on your game where you can work on basketball 24/7. If he goes back to school, if he goes back to college, love it or hate it, schoolwork is going to cut into his time of getting better. Going to class, having homework, studying, taking exams. That all is going to take away his time where he can be getting better. You guys got to remember, this man had a 5-month setback with that scary heart situation. He didn't have time to have summer workouts with the USC program. He didn't have time to be working out, working on his game. None of that. By the time he was healthy enough to play, he was back on the team. True to King, I'm not going to hear that, bro. You telling me Bronny James not even good enough for the G League, bro? Not even for the G League, bro? I think y'all being way too harsh on this kid, man. I think y'all being way too harsh on this kid, bro. Yeah, you're right, AP. And that is the reason why this has become a media storm and a media story, is the fact that LeBron James said, my dream is to play with my son. It's the fact that LeBron James came out with the Nike commercial where he said he's not going to retire until he plays with both of his sons. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what LeBron James wants, because these young boys, these young men are going to have to make their own decision. And at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what Bronny James wants. In the future, the only thing that matters is what Bryce James wants. You know what I mean? And LeBron can't be selfish in this situation. And that's why I say LeBron James needs to put on his dad cap. No pun intended. And say, as a father, what's best for my son? And ask my son, what do you want? What do you want? I mean, bro, you can't just look at the numbers that Bronny James put up at USC and let that tell his entire story, bro. We can't let the numbers of Bronny James tell the entire story, bro. Now, do you think if he didn't go through that heart situation that he would be averaging 4.6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 36%? I mean, let's be clear here. I don't think if Bronny James doesn't go through that health scare, he averages 4 points, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And Golden State, I do believe that USC didn't even want to play him because they didn't want to be liable if somehow Bronny James, God forbid, falls on the court and passes out. My man Ty Austin says, I agree, Moose. And from the outside looking in, Bronny seems very humble. So I see him telling Bron he wants to go on his own journey. I just see his character being solid. His potential is through the roof. Yeah, because the most important thing through all of this is, what does Bronny James want at the end of the day? You know what I mean? And obviously, there's going to be some sort of nepotism when it comes to Bronny James, just because of the cachet, just because of the legacy of his father. but I honestly believe he could be a solid role player. I believe he could be a solid rotation player. You know what I mean? And I feel like the best thing for Bronny is to go to the NBA/G League and develop his game. Be drafted late first round, middle second round, anywhere in that range, and work on a two-way contract or get a G League contract and work and work and work in the G League. Meyer Lansky says, Moose, do you think Bronny will still grow a couple more inches? If so, that would make a big difference in his game. The brother Bronny James has a lot of potential on both ends of the basketball court. I mean, I'm not no psychic, I'm not no guru, I'm not no swami, and I'm not no doctor. I don't know if he grows a few more inches. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I mean, the focus for Bronny James should be just trying to get better. Just trying to get better. I mean, I'm not ready to say that, AP. I'm not ready to say that. I'm not ready to write him off and call him a poor man's Mario Chalmers. I'm not ready to do that, bro. Not after the man went through that heart scare, missed 5 months, and jumped right into college basketball late in the season. And you right, bro. Ty Austin, you right, brother. Either way, the media will try to break him down. Either way. Because they'll use that, like I said, to cast stones at the legacy of one LeBron James. And I hope what Shams Charania is reporting is not true. And I hope what Adrian Wojnarowski reported a few weeks ago is true. That when he spoke to Rich Paul, the plan is to go to get Bronny James to the best situation possible for him. And I don't think that's with the Los Angeles Lakers at all. JC says, what up, Moose? You think Bron would accept Bronny playing in the G League? I don't see it. I think he will. If he's looking at it from a father's point of view, I would. LeBron James knows better than anybody what this kid had to go through. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. You know what I mean? That's fair. You know what I mean? And I don't think LeBron James understood the type of target he was putting on his son's back by saying that. He must have had a few more sips of wine than he usually does. Because with him saying that, AP the Great, that puts a target on his back. You remember when LeVar Ball was talking all that stuff about Lonzo Ball? Oh, he's better than Steph Curry. He's better than this. He's better than that. And the moment Lonzo Ball stepped on an NBA court in preseason, you had guys like Pat Beverly all over him like white on rice. In Golden State, I hope so, bro. I hope so. I honestly do. I honestly do hope Bronny James does what's best for him, man. Y'all smash that like button and share the video, man. Let's get them likes up, man. It's a Friday. What's popping, man? Let's get them likes up. There's no way we should have this many likes with this many people in here right now, man. Smash that like button and share the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I mean, AP the great. I don't disagree with you there. I feel like LeBron James, if he would have just kept his mouth shut and not added the extra pressure to Bronny James, not place a quote unquote target on his back by you know what I mean, drunk tweeting or whatever he was, whatever mood he was in when he tweeted that Bronny James is better than a lot of the guys in the league right now. Because guys is going to be coming at Bronny James just off the strength. And I don't think that's the right situation for him. I don't think the Lakers G League team is the right situation for him. And you know what I mean? I don't think it'll be right for anybody, not the Lakers, not LeBron, not Bronny. It might be right for the Lakers' pockets, but at the end of the day, man, what's best for the kid's future? What's best for the kid's present? What's best for the kid's NBA career? That should be the focus going into the NBA draft, and that should be the only focus going into the NBA draft. But I'm going to put the ball in y'all's court, man. Jump in the comments and let me know. I'm about to get up out of here for now. I'm coming back with another stream in just a few moments, man, because I got to speak on this guy, Stephen A. Smith. I knew it was going to happen. I said it yesterday after Frank Vogel that these guys weren't going to keep the same energy. And I'm almost disgusted with what Stephen A. said about Frank Vogel's firing today on First Take. So I'm going to be coming back in a few short moments. So stick around for that, man. Man, once again, man, smash that like button and share the video. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody watching the stream, sharing the stream, liking the stream. Chat gang, my Moose gang. I couldn't do this without you guys, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Rock out for the kid every time, man. I'm going to be back in just a few moments, man. Peace and love, family. Once again, you already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. Like I always say, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button